decided by this House for the interest of the country. I saw the other day, I listened with disbelief as senators tried to flout and flag curfew regulations and applying curfew on this House. Mr. Speaker, if this House is called to decide whether or not the President should deploy the Kenya Defense Forces in war to defend our country, this House can meet at 4 a.m. in the morning, any day, with curfew, without curfew. And Mr. Speaker, with due respect to the COVID protocols, there is no way this House can be treated as if we are coming here for disco, so that at 9 p.m., if you're in a disco, you go home. Mr. Speaker, Parliament of Kenya must face the executive head-on. The Parliament of Kenya must face the judiciary head-on. There is no way we are going to entertain any arm of government to run this institution. We will not allow it. We are not kidding. We are not playing games. Arrest us, kill us, torture us. We will not yield. Mr. Speaker, the kind of anger we have caused in this country, I dread, God forbid, is the kind of anger that made the citizens of Burkina Faso to burn down parliament. And when the president of Burkina Faso, that was 3 years ago, I'm not talking about prehistory. When the president of Burkina Faso heard the parliament is in flames, he fled. His name is Blaise Compaoré. And that's how he was voted out of office, by fire. Mr. Speaker, by fire, by force. Bring the senator of Kakamega, bring the senator of Samburu, and bring the senator of Bomet. Mr. Speaker, I move that this House adjourn until when our 3 colleagues will be here. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to belabor the point. I know the trick. Those who are peddling a dangerous formula of dividing revenue in this country are using. They think without these 3, they have 24 senators to pass this ugly formula. We will not allow it. Mr. Speaker, I have before me here a letter which you have received in your office 10 minutes ago from the senator of Kakamega, Cleophas Malala, saying nobody should try to vote in his place. And I'm going to table it. It's received in your office. We cannot come here and trivialize a serious constitutional institution like the Senate. We cannot. And Mr. Speaker, today, history is before you. Today, destiny is staring at you. As the Speaker, who will deliver this Senate from the bondage of malevolent and capricious men. I want to end, Mr. Speaker. You know, there are people, and I'm glad some of our colleagues who were opposed to, who were trying to peddle this formula, toned down, including my student, the senator for Muranga. He has toned down. Mr. Speaker, there are people who have not given up, and they are trivializing this matter. And they think they are very big. We are being treated to things like system and deep state and deep what. Mr. Speaker, history is replete with strong generals and powerful kings and monarchs who have been brought down by the power of the people. And Mr. Speaker, today I want to remind them of a man called Belshazzar, a man who God favored to be king in the book of Daniel. Instead of being grateful that God has honored you among so many millions of citizens to be their leader, he entertained a government that was so divisive, so oppressive, and he did a big party and called all the important men whose fathers and mothers were important people at that time. And the Bible says he made a feast, and he entertained them in that feast, and even went on to commit sacrilege by using the utensils that had been taken from the temple to commit and drink the drink of fornication using the vessels taken from the temple. Mr. Speaker, as they were enjoying, as they were making merry, as the deep state was celebrating, as the system was celebrating, suddenly, and I say suddenly, there is going to be a war in this country. There is going to be a writing on the wall. Many, Tekel and Parisi. We will not sit here to discuss anything until Senator Malala, Senator Lelegwe, and Senator Lagat are here. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move.